Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Downloadable Opinions. I am Brian Best, and joining me now is the villain, the crazy guy, the controller of this podcast, apparently, Adam Gayton.
Can we go home yet?
3 hours into this, and we're still only...
One more press conference to go, and then our final recap, and we're out of here. Oh my god, I need a nap.
But you know what? We're happy to bring you guys all the E3 stuff and our opinions on it, and what you guys, what we feel, what you guys might feel as well, and we'd like to hear your comments on it.
You have no idea how happy I'm going to be when this day's done, because this is 2 days of cramming.
This is so much information overload.
This is the first time I've done this. I can't imagine how journalists do this like day in, day out. This is insane to me.
This is the Super Bowl, though.
I love this.
And you know what?
Man, is it stressful.
Valve is going to come back tomorrow or something like that and have some kind of announcement where we're just going to have to be like, I know on
IGN's list, because they got all these demos they're doing, there's a lot of secret E3 games, so I'm like, ugh.
And
we might do that, or I might just Twitter it. Depends on if I feel like talking anymore, because my cheeks are hurting.
Depends on what gets announced. If Half-Life 3 gets announced, we will be here, and we will be bringing you all the opinions that you want to have. Let's get started with Nintendo.
No. We do not.
Oh, okay.
If Half-Life 3 gets announced, I just want to say this. I don't even think we need a podcast. I think it's just going to be a 10-second clip. We'll even make it a video clip of us just going, yes!
Win! And then just, that's it. That's all.
But anyway, Nintendo. What about Nintendo?
Well, let's...
Nintendo's got Half-Life 3?
Man, that'd be nice.
We'd be pissed. Actually.
Well, yeah, a little bit.
We want it here on Xbox too.
Well, we all know Nintendo's got a new console coming to us this Q4.
I still think it's a stupid name.
Wii-U is coming out, and we all know the big selling feature of that is that new console controller that has a screen inside it.
It's a tablet.
It's a tablet. Pretty much a tablet.
Let's be honest. It's a tablet with a gamepad. But I just want to say this before we start. You saw the picture I posted on what the Pro game controller looks like, didn't you?
Yes, it looks like an Xbox 360 controller.
It's literally shaped like an Xbox. Like, I don't know if anybody's seen this. It's literally the same shape as an Xbox controller. It's got the same triggers and the same left and right buttons, but the difference is where the right analog stick is and the buttons are, they've switched.
I will say it's almost identical, but the thing was, Xbox and PlayStation have copied off Nintendo back in the 90s.
Yeah, but they didn't have square controllers. Sorry, rectangles.
SNES, kind of the same thing. The Nintendo N64, just saying.
Oh my god, now that I think about it, the N64 controller is probably the most uncomfortable controller I've ever used.
It is. It's a pitchfork.
That was terrible.
It was terrible.
Whoever had that idea should have been shot.
But, I mean, analog stick, first console to have that.
Aiming in GoldenEye was a pain in...
Well, thank God for auto-lock.
Thank God for not having Oddjob anymore. Anyway, we're getting
way off topic. Big names. I mean, out of everyone at E3, Nintendo has the most recognizable executive committee, executive staff. Reggie.
You can name people in Nintendo staff.
You can.
That's how much you know.
And that's how big the...
Mind you, like saying Shigeru Miyamoto is like saying Mario, really. So.
Yeah. And who's the president of... Okay. Maybe we can't name everyone, but Shigeru Miyamoto and Reggie, a number of other named characters from Nintendo were on hand to do stuff. Reggie obviously takes the stage, big applause, big nice, rolling red carpet.
Everybody loves Reggie.
And then Shigeru Miyamoto comes on. Pikmin 3, finally!
I played the original on GameCube. I never played the second one. It was... For me, I guess because I was still younger then and I didn't really quite understand it, I wasn't really as into it. Now I kind of gotten the idea of it, and I love what they've done with it this time.
I think it's a great fit for the Wii U controller in terms of usability.
Because you can use both.
You can use both. You can use anything you really want to.
And they even have different views. Like the main console version is a lot closer so you can see the Pikmin, but on the Wii U gamepad, which is, I think, it's what they call the gamepad, is what it's called. Not the Wii U tablet, which is what it is. But the camera is a lot higher out, so you can actually be a little more strategic with the map because you can see a lot more with it.
Yeah.
They've also added a new Pikmin, the Rock Pikmin.
Yes.
They do not walk around with electric guitars, which is what I wish they would. But no, they're rocks, and you can just throw them into things and break down walls and that kind of stuff.
I think it's really cool. It's definitely a welcome back for the series. I mean, it was really cool IP on the GameCube.
Yeah.
I'm really glad they brought it back for the Wii U.
I really loved at the end, because you saw with Miyamoto's suit,
Yeah.
it looked like he had a green handkerchief, and then he pulls it out, and it's the leaf head of a Pikmin plush.
That
I'm like,
was
I
really
want
cool.
that.
And all the people will be going out and buying that. So let's move on to the Wii U editions, new things that are coming out for it. Netflix is a standby for
Netflix
all
is
the
on
consoles.
everything
It's on
now.
everything now. But
To
also,
be fair, it makes sense, because video rental stores are gone, and we love more movies.
true. Also announced is Hulu for the States, YouTube, which will be a nice addition, and Amazon Video, which isn't really here in Canada yet, but it is in the United States, and it's a really big...
I don't think a lot of people here in Canada really dig into Amazon too much either.
It's going to be...
I
when they move,
I don't hear it very often.
when they come here in force, and they will, it will be a big thing to rival Netflix.
Because they're starting to try to compete with the iPad, aren't they?
They're trying to compete with everything. The Kindle Fire, yes,
Yeah,
they're trying to do that.
that's what it was. I knew it was Fire, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to think,
Yeah, but yeah, when Amazon comes here, it's going to be big. And it's coming to the Wii U, which a lot of Americans are very happy about,
I'm sure they are.
But it's all these things to make the previous generation of people that bought a Wii, that may not be the hardcore gamer crowd, the casual stuff, to be like, oh, the Wii U, it's got Hulu and everything. Maybe I should buy that. But one thing that was never mentioned in terms of the editions was the price. Wii U never received a price.
It might even be in the press release. They might not have said it there, but it's coming out this year. I think they said
It's Q4 of this year, yeah.
So I mean, they'll probably announce it. I get the feeling they're going to do their own launch party where they're going to have their big. Like, I think E3 was just their teaser to what they're really popping up. I think there's still much more that they want to do. Maybe even a Zelda tentative title.
That'd be nice.
Because I'm surprised we didn't see one. Not even a mention. That was impressive to me.
I think it's a little early yet. We just had Skyward
I think
Sword
so,
come
but
out.
I mean, at the same time, just the tease that they're like, just say that you're making one. We already know that, but we want to know. We just want to see. We just want to see the Triforce, and we'll be happy. But I think I always feel like they had a tentative price when they did it last year, but it was really expensive or something. I can't remember. But I mean, either way, I imagine it's going to be a lot more expensive than the Wii was when it came out, because this is a pretty big deal having this tablet too.
Yeah.
Because it's the console and the tablet. I imagine the tablets are going to be like $150, $200 each.
Yeah.
If anything, like
that's
going to be the real challenge for Nintendo, selling more than one tablet.
Yeah. It's going to be the... that's why they haven't announced the price yet. It's the manufacturing cost. They're probably still trying to work out...
They're trying to be really careful, because if they go too high, they're screwed. If they go too low, they're not going to make the profit they want.
I would say $350 would be optimal price, but I think they're going to have to be $425, to be honest.
Yeah. Because if they go too low, it'll be too late. They can't just raise the price.
Yeah.
And if it sells really well, then they've just lost a lot of money. But if they go too high, it's too risky.
They're just going to have to eat a lot of costs, I think, when it first comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's going to be... it'll be interesting. Anyways, Miiverse, I didn't really catch too much about, mainly because my mind didn't really
get it. It looks like it's really just a chat room. I mean, they show it with the new Super Mario's, which they didn't reveal too much of either, that people would have text messages to go with it. Which, to me, almost seems like a distraction. And to be honest, the Me channel, I never used.
Well,
I didn't see what the point of it was. I mean, really, like, nobody really play we're Xbox guys.
Yeah.
I don't look at somebody's avatar like it's a big thing.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, for some people, like for maybe younger kids, it is. But to be honest, no.
I mean, the only time I really used the Mii's was because in Wii Sports I like to play baseball.
Yeah.
And I hated the default ones.
Yeah.
So I made a bunch of Final Fantasy Mii's just so I had that in my lineup. But other than that,
cool.
like when I looked at the Miiverse, nothing really grabbed my attention on it. It really didn't look like anything. I guess important is probably the best word.
I think it's definitely not geared towards our demographic.
It looks like it's just something just to say, here, look what we've done too, just to have something cool on the side. But it doesn't feel like it's going to really bring anything.
Exactly. Well, let's move on to something else. The new Super Mario Brothers U?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. It looks completely the same as...
It looks a lot like the DS and the Wii title from last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't look too much different.
No.
Which is not a bad thing.
I mean, that's the formula that made Mario awesome.
It's not like the changes we saw with the first three Super Marios on the old consoles, where it was literally, they were massive, all three were massively different from each other.
Yeah, but I mean, the side-scrolling action definitely is something that
I just can't wait to see what they try to do if they try to do another 3D, because it's just going to have to be Galaxy 3. They can't go anywhere else. If anybody's seen Zero Punctuation on Yahtzee, like, he made his comment on the first Galaxy, like, where are they going to go now?
Yeah.
Super Mario Space-Time Continuum.
It's true. There's nowhere else to go. But, so really, I mean, it'll be, of course, they could clean the slate completely clean and just go back to the roots of like Super Mario World or N60 or Super Mario N64, even going to Super Mario RPG.
But again, it makes sense with
Mario.
what they're doing because going back to the old school, that's their easy way. The new Super Mario Brothers doing it the old side-scroll way, which is you have both versions. You have the Galaxy and you have the new Super Mario. It gets people what they want. They get both sides.
And people buy it. That's the thing. And people love it. I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's our generation that, are now slowly starting to have kids, getting their kids to start playing that. Now.
I'm going to be busy trying to get my kids into metal music. Iron Maiden.
You know what? This blew me away. This next story. Because we really had no gauge of what the technical limitations of the Wii U were going to be. But then Batman Arkham City Armored Edition gets shown off, and there's gameplay in it. There's some interesting stuff with... You're
Harley
happy.
Quinn was voicing in there, and I love Harley Quinn.
Tara Strong? Is it?
I think so.
Yes.
And I love Tara Strong. For anybody that knows me personally, they know Final Fantasy X is my favorite, and Riku is my sweetheart. I love that game. I love Riku. A lot of people were kind of annoyed by her, but I love the peppy ones. Vanille, I even like Vanille from 13. I know a lot of people hate her. She's kind of quirky. I like the quirky characters because that's my JRPG thing. Like, you expect the quirky.
You know what? Tara Strong is the jewel slate of voice actors.
Tara Strong, man. Like, even Timmy Turner from Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Like, she is an amazing voice actor.
She has made a name for herself in this industry, I'll say that. But yeah, no, just going to the gameplay aspect, this is the game that we saw on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 and PC.
And with the gamepad, too, they add a lot to it.
They do, and
I think it's pretty cool that you can actually steer that manual batarang with the gamepad, which is kind of neat, which kind of makes more sense to what it used to be, where you were just controlling with the analogs.
I like this kind of gameplay that it's offering with it, and like the inventory system's right there. It's very easy.
Setting the explosives.
Yeah.
Like, that's an interesting idea.
That's really cool. I think this is really showing off what the Wii U can do in...
It might be scaled down just a little bit,
yeah.
But it's definitely not like they're really like going in the way of like maybe when a PSP got a title.
Yeah.
Where they really had to scale it down to keep it up.
Yeah, exactly. This is really cool. This is I can't wait for this. But yeah.
Just on the side too, before we get to the quick games, they did give a quick trailer for Scribblenauts, which isn't a surprise. It was a big thing on the DS. Yeah. Of course, it'll be on the Wii U with the gamepad. So
yeah, Scribblenauts Infinite, I think it was. Yeah.
No, this is its own title on the Wii U because there's another game for the 3DS that I think is Scribblenauts Unlimited. I think is what it's called.
Yeah. Really cool
stuff. This is where I'm going to rage for a quick second.
Oh my god, I can't believe this.
Because, like we said during EA's, how there was no mention of Mass Effect 3, it got mentioned in Nintendo. Mass Effect 3 will be on the Wii U.
How? Why?
There are two problems I have with this. One is obviously, what are they going to do about the first two games?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I mean, it's great that you could pick your own... It's going to be awkward for people picking the decisions because most people that have played, they probably don't have another console, so they haven't played Mass Effect.
Yeah.
So how are they going to feel getting into this game with all these massive story decisions that they got to make now before the game even starts?
Yeah. Why is this a thing? Like, are they going to change the story? Are they going to do something different? Because they can't bring out Mass Effect 1 and 2 onto the game before this releases.
Not like they can put it on Virtual Console either. That's like a big-ass game. They
that
can't
is huge.
Fit that on Virtual Console.
No, absolutely not. I question the decision of this.
I mean, people
people
cheered for it, but I'm surprised that it got a cheer because my first thought is when I saw it, I'm like, why are you guys putting it on this?
Yeah.
Wait till you do a new thing.
This is going to be really interesting how this plays out. For a game that is such
a story-driven game, to take away 2 games from people, it just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense at all. I will wait and see what happens with it, but I almost entirely certain this is a ploy by EA to be like, well, you can now support our games. Boom, let's put Mass Effect 3 on it. Money!
Well, yeah, it's EA and money. That's another story.
Whatever. Mass Effect 3 is coming out there.
Other games that they released, I love this name. Tank! Exclamation mark. Tank! Exclamation mark. Tank! Exclamation mark. So, Tank! Tank! Tank!
It looked pretty cool.
It's like a cheer. I love it. It looks like, if anybody's played on the Wii, imagine it like Battalion Wars, but a little less, I guess, story-based. It looks more like it's just going to be a fun shooter-up. I don't know if it'll be a full game. I mean, Wii's released a lot of cheap games, like $20, $30 games that are just really quick, fun games.
Yep.
So it'll probably be one of those. They also showed Tekken Tag Tournament 2, where they showed the grow mushroom, where you actually get
I
taller.
saw that. That was pretty funny.
That was interesting. And people actually really hyped up for they marked out for that one, which I don't blame them. That looked pretty neat.
That was pretty cool.
That's Wii's little thing for it. Trine 2 Director's Cut, Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, and Aliens Colonial Marines, which I'm actually kind of excited for.
That looks really cool. And like the integration with the Wii U controller, touchpad, whatever they call it now. Gamepad.
There you go.
Yeah, no, all the stuff that I've seen with the integration of the gamepad is phenomenal and looks really cool in terms of adding more to gameplay. And I think Nintendo's actually coming up there in terms of where it lost.
Now, I'm still iffy with the third-party games because I'm not quite ready to believe that they are going to be in the same boat as Xbox and Sony.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
But anyway, after that, they put on Wii Fit U. Not a surprise. The balance board is, as Shigeru Miyamoto said, it is the highest-selling bathroom scale, which makes perfect sense. But the one thing that I liked is you can actually bobsled in Wii Fit U, where you literally sit on it, grab the sides, and start steering yourself.
Yeah.
And that looks like a cool idea. Other than that, they're adding a bunch of games. I didn't really get to see too much else. Nothing else really piqued my interest except for the bobsled. But they're adding a new fit meter to really track it better, which is no surprise.
They did show off like the one trailer for Between the Guy and the Girl.
Yeah, where the guy can still train while on the gamepad while the girl can go watch TV.
And that's
I don't know why she was watching the Nature Channel. But
yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, that made the shtick to sell the like kids games and that stuff, but the Wii U gamepad has really shown itself in this E3 to be an actual decent gaming peripheral.
I mean, I said it the last time we talked about it. The one idea that I loved about it was the fact that you can play it and still have the console on and have somebody else watching TV in the background.
Yeah.
That is great, and it works.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that don't work, though, Sing was the tentative name.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I mean, we already went through with the dance games and how Guitar Hero and Rock Band went away. Karaoke Revolution, it's died and it's gone and it's set away. It's like how SingStar was out and all these other ones. I'm like, guys, anybody can make a karaoke game now.
Yeah.
Just go to a karaoke bar.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, I will say there is a niche for karaoke, and that if anyone was going to sell a music-based game, it might as well be a karaoke game because those games are always going to be...
To be honest, though, they don't sell as much as people might think they do. They really don't catch because, again, they usually come with a microphone, and it's expensive just to sing songs. Like, you can just play the song in your stereo and sing to it.
The reason why I say there's always going to be a niche for them is because, bars that don't want to hire a DJ that actually does karaoke will just go and buy a console and then buy this game.
I haven't ever seen that, though. I've never heard of anybody even say that somebody's done
I've heard of stuff like that.
Okay.
I can't remember where, but
I know we used to in high school, which was awesome.
That was awesome.
I remember there was one class where it was like 40 of us, and even one of our teachers was singing Sweet Caroline.
Yeah?
Which was badass.
That's pretty awesome.
That was awesome. I wish we got that on tape. It was amazing.
We had a bunch of stuff that we had in our cafeteria with video games and whatnot.
But anyway, we move on to a good section where they started talking about the 3DS.
Fun times.
New Super Mario Bros. 2. They made a big emphasis that there is a lot of coins, but of course everybody went ballistic when the Tanuki suit came on. and I'm sure everybody still kind of have it fresh in their minds that PETA had a problem with this.
Oh, yes.
I explained this to Brian, the logistic of this thing that they had. They had a problem with it because it's wearing fur. They don't realize that this fur can only be worn by eating a magic brown leaf. I think you need to pick your battles a little better.
Yeah, a little
When
bit.
you have a game like Skyrim, especially at the time, that was skinning and killing any animal of any sort.
Yeah, pretty much. PETA. Out August 19th?
Yep.
Fantastic. Paper Mario.
Paper Mario.
I'm so pumped for this.
Man.
Mario RPGs are, like, they get a bad rap sometimes, but they are fun.
The Thousand Year Door was a depressing game, though.
I haven't played that. I played the first one that was on the N64.
I won't spoil it, but man, it is a depressing game at the end. Whew. It's like Mother 3. Like, Nintendo was really good at making depressing kids games when they really want to. But
geez.
the real cool Paper Mario Sticker Star stickers are your battle commands. So it's like you can peel, say, a fire flower off a building, and now that becomes an attack for you, or a hammer. But you can also find stickers to rip off hidden paths or items or anything like that.
Sweet.
And that's going to come out in the holidays this year. And also coming out in holidays this year will be the new Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS that everybody was flipping out about.
Ooh.
Luigi Mansion Dark Moon. Multiple mansions, though. It won't just be the one. They didn't really explain too much. They said there's just going to be more ghosts. There's going to be a more emphasis on the action, a lot more ghost catching to do. But, I mean, it's nice to see Luigi's getting some notice again, because it's been a while since...
It's been a while since we've seen
It's
Luigi.
been GameCube era. Like, it's been a long time since...
You're
Luigi.
right, yeah. It's been a long time since we've seen Luigi.
I mean, the last time you really got a Luigi-centric game was the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga games.
Yeah. That's true.
Other than that, they showed a few more 3DS party game or third-party games, including, like we said earlier, Scribblenauts Unlimited. They also showed Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate. They showed Disney Epic Mickey Power of Illusion. Do you remember Castle of Illusion? The old Super Nintendo Mickey game. Castle of Illusion.
No, I don't.
That was if anybody remembers that was a wicked platformer. It was a creepy platformer too. Like that was Mickey's first real creepy game before Epic Mickey. And also something that I'm looking forward to because my brother actually has a 3DS. Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance because it's the first goddamn time Sora's in a game again. They're finally going back to stories, not this stupid freaking other 358 and a half days and whatever new characters the thing. They're finally going back to the story. That hasn't been done since PlayStation 2 with Kingdom Hearts 2. Thank you.
Anyways, moving back to the Wii U.
Can you tell I'm mad?
Yeah, I can tell a little bit. Lego City Undercover. Lego games.
I know that a lot of people like the Lego games. I haven't played too many of them.
Yeah.
This one looks awesome.
This is fun.
It looked like do you remember Lego Island?
I do. And I was just about to mention Lego Island. It looks
Brickster.
The pizzas.
Oh,
this
man.
pizza's too hot.
I remember that game would actually bug out for me way back when because it was such an old game on the PC. But that was a great game.
It was fun, but this game is a return to form. And this is great because Lego's been doing, all these movie franchise ones like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings.
And it's nice to see them break away and try something completely away from it.
Yeah, and it's nice to see that they're actually doing their own universe, which is a big thing.
Which is cool because it's a cop game, undercover, obviously. You get to dress up in certain costumes. So you dress up like a bank robber and you can break open jail cells, that kind of thing. But from what I saw, it's really action-packed and it's very, very funny. And not even just because it's Lego, but there seems to be some witty little lines in there, too.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're going to have a lot of references to, Die Hard and all the other, really good cop and action movies.
Yeah.
So
That's true, absolutely.
I mean, you're not going to hear, Samuel L. Jackson, Pulp Fiction lines, but...
It's definitely a kid-centric Lego game, which was going to...
But it's like how Hot Fuzz, the movie, had a lot of, little, throwbacks to a lot of old cop movies. So it's nice to see that even Lego is getting into this action where we're probably going to get to have a lot of little nostalgic moments.
Absolutely.
Anyway, Just Dance 4.
Next. Zombie U. Or Zombie U, I think it is.
I don't know but we actually got the gameplay.
We did mention it. It's a Ubisoft title, and we did mention it before. It does look really, really fun. And like I said before, it's showing off what the Wii U gamepad can do.
Thankfully, it's not a rail. It's not on a rail.
Thank God for that. But, it shows the scanners that you can use with the Wii U pad, whatever stuff. And, it's a competent zombie shooter. It's just a thing.
Other than that, since Ubisoft was out for Zombie U, they also showed what we already saw in Ubisoft's presentation. Assassin's Creed 3 will be on it. Rabbids Land, Your Shape, and Rayman Legends will be on it. So, after that, they showed Nintendo Land, and I'm really iffy about this. It looks... I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of. It almost feels like they're trying to make Mario Party without the board game, because it looks like it's just a theme park with a bunch of mini games in it. It's like how with the Kinect coming out with Disneyland Adventures, where you would basically just walk around Disneyland and there'd be mini games for every little ride.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me. It doesn't feel like it's definitely a kid-centric game where it's just going to be, here's a little make-believe theme park, go to this ride, here's some games. I mean, what was the one game they were showing off of? Luigi's Mansion, they had a little mini game.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's kind of like Nintendo's little theme park, which is kind of cool. I don't think it'll be something for us.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not for us, but it's definitely something for the kids, and that's where Nintendo is still trying to feel its core demographic is right now.
I am kind of disappointed that that's how they ended it, though.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, maybe a Zelda tease, or even just a Mario tease.
They are getting better, I will say, with getting their hardcore gamers back now, especially with the stuff they showed off here.
Yep.
But yeah, no, ending with the kid-centric stuff. I mean, it would have been nice to see some first party, even a Metroid.
Yep.
If we had something like that.
Except I don't think a lot of people are too happy with it since Other M. So.
If they just get rid of Team Ninja and go back with Retro Studios,
I'm sorry.
sure it'd be great.
Bless Team Ninja, but that was a terrible game.
Yeah, it was. I was really pumped when Team Ninja was announced as the development partner.
Same.
But
I didn't think they'd make Samus so whiny. She was like, even Cloud doesn't whine as much as she did in that game. And oh my god.
But if Retro Studios gets it, or they go back to form with Metroid Prime, that would be a fun game. Yeah. And that would be really cool to see on the Wii Pad. So winners and losers, after you.
Oh, you're actually letting me go again?
Yes, you can go again since you made so much of a complaint last time.
I did not complain.
You did complain. Go Go ahead.
All right, since you're being so nice.
Yes.
Number 3, I was gonna say Kingdom Hearts 3D, but again, that was already announced, so it wasn't too big of a surprise. So Lego City Undercover is gonna be my number 3. That actually surprised me again. Like, it really threw me back to Lego Island, so it really made me happy to see it. The new Mario and Luigi games that came out, all the new Super Mario's and Luigi's Mansion, all that stuff. Good to see. Nothing too special, but again, it's Mario and Luigi. It's brand power. It's going to be big. Pikmin 3 is my big winner. Mainly because there wasn't really too many big games coming up for Nintendo with this thing.
Yeah.
Because the Wii U is the big thing. I'm not going to say the Wii U because really, like, saying the Wii U is number 1 would be like, that's their whole press conference.
Yeah.
So it's not really much of a... Pikmin 3, just because it's coming back, it's revitalizing a series that a lot of people love. It definitely looks like it's making improvements to make it easier for the casual gamer. So it's definitely something that people are going to look forward to.
Yeah.
Losers, Miiverse and Nintendo Land are tied at number 3 because they seem like waste to any of us.
Yeah.
They might be good for kids, except for the Miiverse. I think it's pointless. And 2 and 1 are singing Just Dance for obvious reasons, because rhythm games are kind of really the dying breed now.
I'm going to pretty much agree with you completely on the losers. Sing and Dance, or Just Dance 4. Why did you hire Usher for Just Dance 3 then?
Dance Central 3.
Never mind.
Microsoft.
Never mind.
Either way,
Microsoft.
there's probably some other
I'm getting tired. You know what? That's the thing. But yeah, I completely agree with you with your losers. One, Miiverse is not our demographic, and those two I just really don't like. However, for my winners, I will say that Zombie U, Batman Arkham Asylum, Armored Edition,
Yes.
and Pikmin will be my 3, just because these are games that we will play if we ever get a Wii U, and that will be fun. They showed that Nintendo still has some fight in them when it comes to an actual hardcore gaming system. I can't wait to see what the future holds for at least the mature-rated or the teen-rated games.
Yeah. Again, I'm still perplexed on if they're going to be able to fully commit to it. I still feel like it'll be one of those things where it'll be like 2 or 3 every month of really hardcore games, but maybe one of them will be good, 2 of them will be eh.
Yeah.
And then there'll be like 50 children's games to go with it.
Well,
I think they're still very dedicated, like 75% dedicated to the kid demographic that they've made really good money off of in the Wii. But it's nice to see that they're at least trying to kind of, squeeze a few games in there.
Well, since Assassin's Creed 3 is coming out, I kind of hold like a candle of hope to this that they will be coming out with more stuff. It's just we will give Nintendo the benefit of the doubt because they've given us
I
good
won't give them the
comments.
benefit of the doubt until I see the reviews of the games first.
Right.
That's me.
Yeah, they might be different.
Because I have a Wii and I haven't touched it in like 2-3 years because it just did not give me anything. I got the games and it was right around when Metroid Prime 3 came out. After that, there was nothing that interested me that would come out often enough. So I put it down, got an Xbox, and there'd be 2 or 3 games out almost every month.
Yep.
So
completely agree with you.
that's the only way I'll accept Nintendo. They have to be able to keep consistent. Not just, 1 or 2. We need 5, 6, 7 every month.
We need major releases as when they come out, not 3 months afterwards. So yeah, that's it for this podcast of Nintendo keynote address. Microsoft's on my mind. I'm sorry, but tune in for our next track, which will be our next podcast, which will be our E3, just kind of reflection on the entire press conference.
Yeah, we'll talk about our major winners. There's going to be a big list. Our major losers. We'll probably figure out what our favorite moment or moments from E3 are, and what we really wish we could have seen, because there were a lot of things that didn't get shown on the press conferences
Absolutely.
this year.
So yeah, thanks for watching or listening to DLOpinions. We'll talk to you soon.